Go. Start recording, bro. Start recording.
I'm not running. Oh, yeah. Stop recording. Okay, thank you, everybody. Goodbye. This was a good podcast.
Alright, this is the shortest podcast. Bye.
Yeah, goodbye.
Do you think they're gone? Do you think they're gone?
I stopped recording.
No!
I can't believe we have to, fucking eat this shit for the sponsorship. God damn, this is so disgusting.
Yeah, this is gross. This is literally soap water in a can.
This is soap water in a can. Fucking nasty.
Yeah, Wait. Are you still recording? Uh-oh.
We're still on.
Hey guys, this podcast is sponsored by Soup Water in a Can. Buy it now. It's great.
Use the code. Get us out of here. For a discount, I guess. Yeah.
For half a can. You only get half a can with the discount.
No, but seriously, this is what? Episode 59?
No. What episode is this? Is this episode 11? Uh-oh.
Episode 12. No, it's episode 11, right?
No, it is episode 12. Okay, good.
Yeah, no.
You're right. You did it. You're a genius. Holy shit. Sorry, I haven't been home. I've been filming for film school. Insane, right?
Constantly, yeah, I guess.
Constantly filming. That's crazy, bro.
For you.
We're recording this on a Wednesday, just like last week's podcast. Because, like I said, I've been filming. I was Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Been filming a short film for a friend of mine at school, and I haven't been home, or I was home on Saturday and Sunday, but yesterday and on Monday I stayed in a different town, and I stayed the night and everything. It was really cozy. We had some drinks and shit, and it was nice. It was a good time.
Good.
Yeah, having fun at school now.
I believe you.
And then I have more projects in the coming weeks. We might have to record the next podcast in the middle of the week as well, but we'll see. No, actually, no, I'm not busy this weekend. It should be fine.
That's what you say.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
But how have you been holding up? How are you doing?
I've been holding up. A spoon.
Oh shit, dude.
It's a good spoon. My grandma gave it to me. It's made out of diamonds.
How do you hold a spoon?
Like this.
Ah, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Can't even see it. Oh, okay. Thank you.
Believe me, it's the optimal way. If you eat with the spoon, holding it like this.
Yeah, everybody pay attention.
You get 15% smarter with each bite.
It's like a Binding of Isaac, Adam.
Yeah. Every time you hit an enemy, you get like +1 luck. Okay, that's how this item works. Okay.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Hey,
overpowered.
By the way, that town that I went to, I forgot to mention it was the town that's right next to the volcano. And yesterday, on my way home, I was being driven back home with a friend of mine at around
Uber, right? Uber.
No.
Right?
No.
Oop.
No.
But Uber?
Stop. A friend of mine was driving me back at around 11, 12, something like that a.m.
Yeah.
12 a.m. or 11 p.m. and this town, like I said, it's right next to the volcano, and I looked out the window next to me, and lo and behold, I saw the red sky. It was fucking bright red because of the lava. I didn't see the volcano. It's like somewhere up in the mountains, like further away, so I didn't really see that. I haven't gone to see it yet. I might, I don't know, but I saw the red and the smoke.
And what did the red tell you?
The red and the smoke and everything. It told me hello. It said hi.
hi, can I be in the next podcast, please?
So, yeah, I was like, okay, I'll shout you out. So shout out to the red smoke in the sky. It was really pretty to see. I tried to take pictures, but my phone camera is not that great, so it was like really blurry and weird. But
yeah.
it looked really good. Oh my god. But yeah, filming. I guess I should talk more about that because I haven't really talked about filming anything. I was the script supervisor, I think is what it's called. I was basically the guy who sits next to the directors.
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, sits next to Morgan Freeman, and I'm basically helping them write down info about each and every take. Like every time they record, they go action. I'm watching the screen, and then I'm making sure that like everything's right, continuity-wise and stuff like that. And also, I'm like writing down which take was the best one. So I would ask the director, like, "Oh, how did you like that take?" And they would go, "It wasn't good enough," or they would say, "Oh, that was the best take."
Worst take.
The worst take ever.
And I like the take where they fell over and couldn't say their lines.
They
put that in the movie, please.
Yeah, I also have to ask like the sound guy and the cameraman like what they thought and stuff like that.
Tell the sound guy to stop sounding.
I won't. That's his choice, and he can do what he wants.
But we got a sound guy on set. Think about that.
Yeah, that would be a cool little Easter egg. I mean, what?
Yeah, Easter egg.
The sounding guy on set. But basically, I would ask him like, "How's the sound?" And then there's this guy called the focus puller. I don't know why I'm so tired, guys. I went to a museum today. We had a field trip at school today. Like it was my first day at school in a while, and the class after lunch break was just like we went to a fucking museum, and I was just walking around like looking at art. And it was cool art and all that, but now I'm tired.
Art museum?
Yeah, more like fart museum.
Yeah.
It's called I think it's just called the Reykjavik Art Museum here in the capital city. It's like close to the middle of town.
Middle?
The center, the town center, the town square, whatnot, what you will, what's it called? Yeah. And there was this the first art piece that we saw. The reason why I wanted to go, basically, the teacher was because he wanted to show us this art exhibition by some woman called Untitled. I cannot stop yawning. Shut up, General. Stop it.
Yeah, General, get out. You're out.
Get out of here.
You're staying.
Hello.
Toby. Toby.
It's me, Toby.
So yeah, Toby, talk about the trip some more.
Okay, so basically, this art installation. All right.
You can do it, Toby. Come on, I believe in you.
I'm.
No, Toby, no.
He's fucking. Is he gone? Is he gone?
He died. Toby's dead.
No. Okay, so yeah, we saw this art exhibition by Huldarós, who basically she filmed something and edited these things. That's why I wanted to show us this art, because it was a video, so it was like film. You know, it had something to do with our school actually, and it was these 3 big screens showing off like people working at a pier, like unloading this big shipping container of like fish and stuff like that. So they were just carrying boxes around and shit. And that was literally it, aside from the room being decorated with like boxes full of fish. Or like, I don't think there was actually fish in them. No. No, there was no fish in there. It was just the boxes, you know. The boxes all had like the...
stunk in there.
Woo!
Ugh.
Stinky room.
Stinky.
No, it was just a bunch of like marked boxes, like logo. They all had like frozen fish like sort of like logo, yeah. and they're all like stacked neatly into like these towers, and like I guess that's art. I don't know, it didn't do much for me. And the videos that were playing were really like dull and boring, but I think that was the point. It was supposed to like capture the feeling of that boringness that working in that sort of thing is like, because apparently, according to the teacher, the guys who are unloading these containers, it takes them 48 hours to unload like the whole ship, I think, or some shit like that. So it took them a whole 2 days to unload everything out of the ship, which is insane. And
you know,
stinky.
You know
It stinks like fish. Ew.
I'm just farting.
No. Oh, stop farting, man. Imagine.
Excuse me, who are you? What are you doing in this museum? I'm the farter.
That's the art installation. That's like a guy standing in the middle of the room farting. Imagine standing in like
that? What's the videos? Don't mind me.
Don't mind me. And you have like a sign on you that says, "Please do not touch this art."
Please do not tap the ass. You know.
Yeah. Imagine standing in like a shipping container, like closed, and then just farting. You know, what would that? It would reverb.
Farting for 48 hours. That's my art installation.
Oh. Yeah, it's just like a closed shipping container. There's someone inside, and all you hear is like the reverbs of someone farting.
Yeah, it's just me, a GoPro, and a tripod.
The farting man. But I was talking about farting. Okay, here's a farting story for everyone. Except with a little less farting, but more just like stomach growling and like, you know, almost farting. This is the fart episode. We had a vomit episode. Here's the fart episode.
Didn't we already have a fart episode? What the hell?
I don't remember, but basically, on Monday, there was this cool guy called Robert, who was the caterer for this set that I was on filming, and he was like for those of you who don't know. Stop yawning! For those of you who don't know what a caterer is, it's the person that basically provides the food. He like cooks, he will buy food and like, you know, prepare it for us and everything like that. And just like the person who's in charge of everyone's hunger, you know, he makes sure that everyone's not hungry. But he could also do the opposite if he wants.
Okay.
Yeah, and. You know, we had some good food every day. Like I think on Saturday we had some lasagna. It was very good. Lasagna. And then on Sunday we had some just like sauce. It was weird. He had like this weird casserole that was like sauce. Like a lot of sauce and also some like eggplant and zucchini and stuff. I'm sorry, Robert, I didn't like it that much. I mean, it wasn't gross or anything, but it's just like I you know, if you had a restaurant, I wouldn't really pick that one out of any of your foods.
I understand. Robert, you're fired.
Nope. And then yesterday we had spaghetti and like ground
meatballs.
Beef. Almost. But ground beef is just meatballs, but it's like ground down, right? So, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
And a good ass salad. It was really good. But then we had some good ass salad. On Monday, we had beans. Just like we had this bean soup or something like that. Beans. And it was good. It had a weird aftertaste. I wouldn't say it's my favorite either. Better than the sauce that he had one day. I mean, the sauce was okay, but
don't get lost in the sauce.
Don't get lost in the sauce. But the beans were like, they were fine. The problem with them though is that we're on a set filming, and for those of you who don't know, eating beans makes you a little bit gassy. You know, you get a little, you know, pure, you know,
a little,
you know, yeah, a little. Yeah. And like the entire day, we're like, while we were filming, everyone's like trying to stay quiet, and like we were watching, nobody started laughing or anything, which was really funny, like how we managed to like stay so quiet. But we would just like hear like stomach growling in the background, and it probably picked up on the like audio as well. So I'm sorry to that girl who was like, that was her film. I'm sorry, because she's also editing it. She probably heard, stop. She's probably going to hear.
Chance of Satan.
She's probably she's going to hear like a lot of stomach gurgling for like a couple of slates of the movie. It's gonna be a wild.
It's gonna be a wild one.
Yeah.
Pack yourself in. This is the fart movie.
Like, yeah. And there was this guy, the assistant director, who was sitting next to me in one take, and like, you know, I had like some gurgling a couple of times, and I was like, there's no way to control that, by the way. For those of you who are like, come on, control your gurgles. Like, what the fuck do you want me to do? The only thing I could have done was like fart, and I was not gonna do that. Like,
or shit.
Or shit it. That was like one thing also in the middle of like takes. I was like, you know, holding my little notepad what I was drawing on and stuff like that, and then suddenly my brain would have like this intrusive thought of like, what if I just shit my pants right now? And I would like almost start laughing. I would almost burst out laughing. Like, I would smile, and then I would like immediately look down at my notepad and start writing something to make sure my brain doesn't go fart. So like I was trying.
Brain, do not fart. Shit, I mean.
Because I was like imagining like what would happen on set if I started farting and shitting in the middle of a take or something. Like, would I just be fired? Like, what would happen?
Okay, guys, can we take a turn? I just farted and shitted.
Like, I would just. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. They're like, cut, what the fuck are you doing? I gotta...
Oh, the smell, oh.
Man, I gotta go to the bathroom, sorry.
Yeah, I got lost in the beans.
So, what the fuck? So, I managed not to laugh, but,
good.
I was sitting next to the assistant director, who was like one of the scariest guy on set. He was always making sure people were working, which is a very good thing to have. I'm not calling him like an asshole or anything, because he would like he would shush everyone basically. If you were talking, he would be like, guys, shh. Like he would be that. He would be that. Yeah, he's a librarian. No, he would do that, and like a lot of people, me included, you know, I like being able to like talk with my friends and like, you know, have conversations, but even with like the slightest sound, he would like shush us, and I mean that's a good thing. He was making sure we were working. But in the middle of one take, I was sitting down next to him, and like we were watching, and like everyone was keeping quiet, and then you can hear my stomach suddenly go off, and he was like looking over at me, and I was just like, you know, my eyes jolted open. I was like, oh my god. And then like immediately after that first gurgle, I could feel my stomach building up gases again. Like not even a second later, it was just like I was just like blowing up like a balloon, man. And the guy like was done looking at me. Like he looked at me then, but then he looked back at the monitor, and then I was sitting there and like I knew it was coming again, like another gurgle, because like if you hold in a fart, your stomach will gurgle like that.
Yeah.
And so I held it in, and this one time it was way louder and like bigger. It was just like, and the guy just like looked at me and like almost started laughing. He like looked over and just like went, like he just like he made like a slight like chuckle sound, because like he knew what was going on.
Can't handle your beans?
You can't handle your beans, sir? What's going on? So...
If you think you're stronger than me, look at my iron stomach.
He didn't gurgle at all, and he was like way bigger than me. He was like bigger and thicker, you know. He was he was a big lad.
He's got a bigger stomach then.
He got a bigger stomach, but he didn't. I heard him gurgle.
He could hold more gas.
I didn't.
Of course.
I didn't hear him gurgle that often. Yeah, he could control the gas. You're right. He could probably let it out. You know.
It's like, he could hold it in his stomach or something.
It was like a gas leak for him, maybe.
Or maybe he got like an operation and got like a bigger stomach, which could hold more gas, you know.
Yeah, man. That's how it works, right?
Yes.
So that was a fun day. We were all just like gurgling. There was also in one it wasn't really a take, like we weren't filming anything, but we were recording audio, and for those of you who don't know, every time we're on set, you have to record like room tones that are just like the sound inside the location you're at.
Yeah.
So you can fucking stop yawning. So you can like record.
Yeah, fucker.
Stop. So you can like
fucker.
Put that in the editing and have like this background like audio of like what the location sounds like and stuff like that. So like if you have like a recording of something and then like somebody does fart, say, but nobody's talking, you could cut out the fart but then put in more like of the audio of like a room tone, basically.
Or put a fart echo.
Yeah,
instead.
exactly. Just like keep the fart in the take. Somebody farted just to keep it in.
You amplify the fart over the dialogue.
You like stretch it out.
This really is the farting episode.
This really is the farting episode. I named it "This One's for All the Beans" so far in my sticky notes, but I don't know, man. You got one better?
Fart or nothing.
The guy who was like recording the room tone goes like, "Oh, room tone," and that means like everyone has to shut the fuck up, like no audio, no, like don't move, don't blink, don't do nothing. Oh, okay, I just almost like broke my monitor. He basically like yelled room tone, and everyone just like fell silent. There was no sound, and we were all like waiting while he was like recording, and like looking at like his recording device because it's like counting down like seconds. And then usually you record a room tone for maybe like a minute, maybe a little longer if you want, but like just a minute is fine. But that can sometimes be like the longest minute of your life, because literally doing nothing for a minute, looking at the guy, just waiting for him to be done, is so agonizing, because it's like, oh, I want to work, I want to do something. And usually you also record these at like the end of the set where you're leaving the set, basically. And so we were leaving this house and we had to like pack everything, but he just goes room tone, and so we had to like wait for him. And while we were waiting, a guy next to me, a good friend of mine, just like not even, or like a couple seconds into the recording, maybe 10 seconds, something like that, 8 to 10 seconds, just like his stomach just like fucking echoes all over the room, and everyone's like staring at him, and he's just like, he's red, he's beet red in the face, like, oh no. And then like after him you can hear other stomachs growling around in the room, like it was just like a karaoke of like stomachs growling. Like the mating call of the stomachs.
Stomach check.
Stomach check, yes. Instead of mic check, instead of mic check is stomach check. Yeah.
Stomach check.
But yeah, it was a fun time. And then
except for that one guy who got beet red in the fucking face.
Yeah. He got beat.
Unfortunate. So anyways, moving on.
Moving swiftly on from that topic. So we basically we wrapped that yesterday, so now I'm back. But I'm going to be recording again on like the 22nd, which is next Thursday. So we'll probably have to record a podcast like on the Wednesday again for like the next week after that.
Yeah.
Like next week's podcast, we can record on Sunday. I can edit it and have it upload automatically on Thursday. But Wednesday, we'll have to record the one before the 29th, so that we don't have to record it on the Wednesday in like on the 28th. So that's gonna be fun. We just have to remember to do that, everyone. We're like,
I'm gonna forget it.
This podcast has been good for me.
No.
I wouldn't say it's slipping just because we're recording on different dates.
Yeah, it's just a sick joke. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry.
Because like,
that on purpose.
I'd say we would be slipping if we started like not recording a podcast and like just saying like, oh, it's okay. We don't need a podcast every week. We can skip one week.
Let's just,
that's when it goes to shit.
Let's do a rerun.
Yeah, we start over again.
No. We play like a.
Oh,
we just take the same. Like,
same podcast. We splice the audio around to like three podcasts.
Yeah. Like do like a YouTube poop thing.
Put the farting and the vomiting episode in one. Bam! Yeah. There you go, guys. So so far we haven't like missed any podcasts, so you're welcome, boys. This it's been a challenge, or like it's been a good thing for me. Not really a challenge. It's not hard to edit a podcast, but it's like good for me to have something to do, because like I'm very bad at schedules, so I'm like keeping the schedule of like recording a podcast every week and uploading them like the same day. I'm always uploading them on Thursday. So far twice they've been recorded on uploaded on a Friday, I mean, but that's because of like one time it was a rendering issue. I was trying to upload it overnight, and then I woke up the next morning and noticed that it didn't upload anything because it was just like frozen. So I had to like re-render it and re-upload it because something happened with the renderer. And then like there was some other thing that happened. I think one time
meteorite.
I think one time we were just late. I don't remember, but we tried to record.
No. The orbital strike. Remember?
Oh yeah, the
satellite nuked my house.
Yeah, you're not real.
Hospital for 2 days.
I'm a robot now. Speaking of the hospital and being hurt. The other day I was playing this VR game called by the way, I've been playing VR lately. I've been getting into the groove of VR again with my friend Thassin and enjoying it. You should get VR, man. You should get it. I know you want to wait for a Valve Index, but like come on, man. It's never happening. It's never coming.
That's why I'm going to wait for the Valve Index 2 and import it. Yeah, one step ahead. Oh my god.
Wait, you have a family in Germany, right? Can the Valve Index ship to Germany?
I think so.
Ooh, you might be able to get it that way. I don't know. But anyways, I played this VR game that's free on Steam called Gorilla Tag, and it's like this game of tag in VR where you play as gorillas, and it's controlled in a way where you don't press buttons to like move around. Instead, you use your hands virtually like a gorilla would to like punch the ground and like throw yourself forward. As if you're walking with your hands, with your two front legs or hands, and it's really weird, like the movement in it, but I was having fun with it until I was getting really in the groove. I was trying to catch my friend Thassin. I was gonna tag him, and I was moving my hands like as if I were like shaking 2 bottles of Coke in both of my hands, like in circles. Like imagine holding 2 cans of Coke in your hands, and I'm shaking them, but like in a circle, like I'm moving that way, like I'm rowing a boat, I guess.
Yeah,
that's a way better, like really weird.
I'm shaking Coke bottles, except in a circular motion.
And while I was doing that, I was trying to catch him because he was faster than me. So I was like, "What the fuck am I doing wrong?" So I started going faster and starting to make the circle like bigger, and then I just like slammed my fucking computer desk, and now I'm hurt. And now I like hurt my finger. I actually cut it open. No, I didn't. But like, I sliced it a bit. So that was not nice. I didn't break anything, and I didn't have to go to a hospital or anything. But it was bleeding.
Imagine slicing open your hand, getting an infection, and dying. All because you played Gorilla Tag.
Yeah, you played fucking Gorilla Tag in VR. That would be pretty bad. You're right.
And your last words would be like, I almost had him.
I almost had him. No, send my regards to my wife. And then
send my regards to Thassin. I almost had that motherfucker.
I've also been playing Rec Room again. That's a fun game. We played some Rec Room. Which has all kinds of. It's like, I would say it's kind of like the Gmod of VR right now, until Sandbox is made, the game that Gary Newman is making. That's gonna be the real Gmod of VR. But
Gary Newman, more like Gary Oldman.
So the Rec Room game has all kinds of like custom mini games that people have made, and one of them we played the other day, which was like an obstacle course, and it was such a fun like obstacle course. We actually had like a blast playing it. We finished it. It took us like 2 hours to go through the whole thing. We got stuck on one part because it was like this elevator that goes like vertically, but you're supposed to go through like these. It has like three stories to it, where you go up like these ladders, and then like you're going through all kinds of like obstacles that you have to jump through and jump over and stuff like that, and you have to make sure to be on the right like story of this ladder elevator so that you don't get thrown off. And it took us like an hour just to get through that. It took us so long, and it was so funny when we finally got it, because I got through normally, and I was like, oh my god, finally I did it, Thassin, you have to come over here now. And he was like holding onto a ladder, and he started glitching off, so I could see him like floating in the distance, like over the void, just like, help me, and then like he was doing something, because he was like, I think the game thought he was still holding on to the ladder, so he started like pushing his like controller around like he was moving, and so he just like started floating towards me, and then he made it over the other side without doing the actual elevator thing, and we like, it was so fucking funny to me. We were he just like flew over to my side, and then I'll never forget Joe. Joe was in there. There was like this guy. And I'm not making a Joe Mama joke. There's an actual guy called Joe who was like a speedrunner. He was like going through the map really fast, and he kept dying on that elevator and kept being like, guys, this is really easy, and then he would die, and we would like laugh at him. It was so fucking funny. I'll never forget him. Thassin was telling him to go away and shit, like, hey, come on, man, fuck off, go away. And he was like, and he was just like laughing at us for failing, and then he would fail and we would laugh at him. But he beat the course before us. Like, he actually like left the game, like after he like disappeared after a while, and we were like, uh-oh, I think he's ahead of us. And then suddenly like he was just like left the game, and I think it's because he actually beat the fucking thing. So I was like, oh man. Oh, there was also another. There was this kid. I don't remember what his name was. I think he was a kid. I would assume. But we were on like there in this obstacle course. For some reason, there was like this luck game that me and Thassin were doing. That like there's like 1, 2, and 3 like these gates, that would open,
Yeah.
and you have to go inside and like guess the right one, and it would like change every time because like it was actually luck based, and so the gates would close, and then like a little backdrop behind where the gates were would open, but also like the floor beneath you if you were standing in the wrong like booth. So you had to go in the right booth so that you could actually press on. And fucking me and Thassin were also stuck there for maybe like half an hour trying to get through the luck game normally, because there was a way you could go, just like there was like a skip, but it was really like a thin line that you had to walk on. Yeah, it was pretty evil. But there was this kid who kept trying with us, and we were always like, okay, this is gonna be the one, yeah. And he was always like, follow us, and we were always dying. And then sometimes we'd go, this is the one, and he would go in the right one, and we would fall down, and he would actually go forwards, and we would be like, oh man. And then we like went back up, and then he was back, because like after the fucking luck game, you had to like make a jump over to the next area, and if you fell down, you had to do it again. And he fell down so many times, he just kept coming back. And one time, like we finally made it, me and Thassin, and we were like, we jumped over, we made sure not to fall, and then we turn around and we see the kid also makes it, and he's gonna jump, and he just fell again. Oh, the poor, he was just like being tortured, the poor guy.
Tortured soul.
Yeah.
He's actually in hell.
No, that's his eternal hell. Yeah. We finally, and then we made it like a little further ahead of him, like to like the next obstacle and stuff like that. And I think he left. He probably like just gave up. The poor thing, the poor guy. No.
Rec room rage montage.
I need to stream VR. But like. The worst part about streaming VR games is the chat. Like, if I want to open the chat, I have to open, like, this other application that allows me to, like, have it on my wrist, for instance, or stuff like that, which uses up some CPU. And I think I talked about my awful CPU in an earlier, like, episode. And it's like a cool app and all that, because I can do that in VR. But the other thing that I could also do is just take off my headset every time to look if anybody's typing anything in chat, or open it, because like Oculus has like, or I think most headsets have like a little workspace that you can go into, so I can like actually open up my stream in VR technically, so I could like just have it on the side in VR. But I'd have to press like this Oculus button to open it every time. And I don't really like that. I like just being able to flip my hand around and bam, it's on my hand, and it's so cool. It's way better.
Flick your dick, and then it pops up.
No! Stop!
Sounds a bit like this.
Oh! That's what it sounds like.
Hey. My name is Wall Seeker, and I'm a sound effect artist. Here's my demo reel. Sound number 1, dick on table.
That didn't sound like a dick on table. That's what the fuck?
Yeah, well, it was off. It's you know,
okay,
it's the fast version. Okay.
If you want
the slow version, you can pay for it on my website.
Oh, hold on. That may have been a dick. Was it a concrete like marble table? Was that?
No, it was like, you know, a soft, you know, a wooden table with a soft surface.
No way, dude. There's no way. Yeah. That sounded like it was hitting like a marble table, dude. Is this also? This is the farting.
I think you're just losing your mind, because this is definitely not marble sounding. A marble sound would be something like this. Actually, no wait, a little bit like this.
I tricked him into giving me free sound samples. Thank you.
What the fuck? What?
The business, it's going downhill from here.
That'll be $20 I'll never see. How am I gonna pay rent? How am I gonna pay for my internet pornography? How am I gonna pay for my Netflix?
Oh no! Just because you lost like one sound effect, like oh no!
I lost one customer. Oh.
Oi. The one and only.
Oi.
Oi, para.
I am the one and only.
Hey, what's in the news lately?
Something came in the mail today.
Oh, what was it?
This empty can.
Oh, okay.
Nothing in it though. Except these nuts.
Oh! Yeah, I got some nut-free salt. Have you? Wait, actually, so here's something that we haven't talked about because we didn't. This happened after we recorded the last podcast. But Prince Philip is fucking dead, dude. Did we talk about that? I don't think we did.
And you did not kill him. Okay.
Thank you.
Wow.
I don't remember if we talked about it, but we definitely did not talk about Dmx dying in the same day. The rapper who made X Gon Give It To You. So 2 celebrity deaths, man. What is happening?
50 years old.
Yeah, he had a heart attack. Poor guy.
It is unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. It really is. He was walking around, bam, heart attack. And then he died like 5 days later because he was just so fucking old. 50 years old.
But not that old. Think about that.
Yeah. Other things in the news.
About Prince Philip.
Yeah, think about Prince Philip, who's 99 years old and didn't he didn't live another year, so that he didn't get a letter from the Queen. If he would have lived to be 100, he would have gotten a letter from the Queen.
No.
I'm sorry, Prince Philip. Sorry. No letter for you.
If only Prince Philip could have gotten a letter, then maybe you could have also gotten to, meet the Queen or something. I don't know. If only.
Does that mean the Queen is single?
Smacks lips. Applies lipstick to lips.
That's what it sounds like.
Applies local base to hands.
Applies gel to hair. Puts on tuxedo. Puts on my nice shoes.
Burns shoes after realizing dog pissed on them.
No! Why did the dog do
Wears sandals instead. Meets Queen. Shakes hands with her.
Wipes my ass with her hand.
Both laugh.
Gets kicked out of the fucking palace.
Queen and me get kicked out. Go to local.
For smelling like shit.
Burger joint. Eat.
Yeah. Do you think the Queen liked McDonald's? Why'd I say it like that? Like McDonald's? Do you think the Queen liked McDonald's?
Do you think Queen liked McDonald's?
Yeah.
What about Burger King?
Yeah. Which one do you think the Queen prefers? McDonald's or Burger King? She definitely likes Burger King, right? Because it's like royalty,
Yeah.
She gets herself a...
I think Queen like Burger Queen though. Because got Queen in the name.
Yeah. That should be, I think, Burger Queen. Is it?
Why no king in England? GeneralArse. Explain, please. There's like Queen of England, but,
Yeah, you're right. Why is there no King of England? Hey.
But make no sense to Grog. Grog see Burger King.
Hey.
But no UK King.
Hey, get out of here, man. Hey, get out of here. Shoot!
Grog
Get out of here, Grog.
Understand.
Get out of here, man.
No understand.
Alright. He's gone now.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. By the way, my name is Terry. What are you guys talking about?
Get the fuck out of here, Terry. Where's Wallseeker? Get out of here.
Where?
God damn it.
Human rights. I have them. Terry is not a molest.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Other thing in news. Carlos, welcome. Other thing in news.
Hey.
Minecraft 1.17 has been delayed, or like it's been split up.
Yeah, I deleted it.
No.
Sorry. You know the website GitHub? Well, I had access to their accounts and I just deleted everything. Sorry.
Carlos. What the fuck, man?
No, I tried to hit the end key because I wanted to see end of the Snapchat, but I hit the delete key. And I didn't realize until, I got phone calls from the FBI, Microsoft, Bill Gates,
Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah, Mark Zuckerberg for some reason. I don't get it.
Wait, hold on. When we went to the art museum today, there was this picture of a guy lying down with his cock and balls out, and there was a bunch of fish and shit on the picture around him. And somebody looked at the painting and just he didn't shout it, but he said it loud enough for everyone to hear, Mark Zuckerberg, and then pointed at the guy in the picture. And lo and behold, it actually did look like Mark Zuckerberg laying down naked, and there's a bunch of fish around him. It was so fucking funny to me.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Mark Zuckerberg, and everyone heard him. It was so funny. Even the teacher, I think, heard him and went yeah, I guess it looks like Mark Zuckerberg. And it's that cool California teacher who went with us. So yeah, it was pretty fun. Yeah, but like I was saying about Minecraft is that the Caves and Cliffs update has been split into two, so technically not delayed, technically delayed, but also not delayed. We're still getting something in the summer, and that's the mobs, the ores, the block stuff of the update. And then we're getting the actual caves and the cliffs and all the new world generation. We're getting that further into the year in December, sometime around the holidays, because they've been doing a lot of crunching, which they don't want. They've realized that this is gonna be harder than what they thought they'd have to do, because they really have to rewrite a lot of code to change the world generation and all that. So.
Looking to be a major rewrite in the Mojang headquarters. A major refactoring is happening in the codebase of Minecraft. Tune in next week and we will break it all down.
Who the fuck is this character? You sound like someone. You sound like the fish guy, reporter from Simpsons, maybe, or something. I don't know.
Fucking Simpsons, SpongeBob.
I meant SpongeBob. God, I'm sorry. It's the same game. It's the same show. They're all yellow. SpongeBob, Homer, they're yellow. See? I'm right.
Is this a race thing?
What? No, what the fuck? God.
Same show.
But yeah.
Yellow color. Wow. Okay. I think you might need to censor this or cut it out.
There you go.
Okay. Moving
on. Yeah, we're still getting the 1.17 update this year, it seems, but in two parts, and we're not getting the new caves and biomes and all that until later in the year. Unfortunately, because I was really excited, but I agree that crunch is bad, and the employees' health and the developers' health is way more important than pushing out an update.
Yeah.
And a rushed update is eventually good. Or what? Wait, what? A rushed update is always bad, but an update that people take time on and delayed will eventually be good.
I was gonna say, did you get those notes from Satan?
Yeah, you're right. I did.
He's trying to deceive you. That's how he gets you.
I've been listening to too much Montero, man. I'm going to hell.
You've been listening to too much Satan Cast, hosted by me, Satan Seeker.
Satan Seeker? No, dude, what happened?
Hello, everybody. This is Satan.
Hey, everyone listening to this podcast, what should I have for dinner today? You can post that in the comments, and tomorrow I will read them.
You're gonna fucking starve.
Yeah, I'm going to starve. I'm never going to eat anything.
Because, what am I going to have for dinner? And it's you upload what? You're gonna cut it now, upload it tomorrow. You're gonna miss this dinner.
Yeah, no dinner.
You're not gonna eat anything. You're gonna starve.
I mean, I'll have lunch tomorrow and breakfast. I asked for dinner.
You're asking, you know, what should I have for dinner? And nobody's gonna be able to answer it in time.
I'm going to die.
You're going to starve. I'm sorry.
I'm already dying.
It's been real, man. It's been real.
What are you, a fish?
I'm Homer Simpson when he breaks his back.
You're right. He does do that.
That's me referencing an old video that I did.
Yeah, man. That's I love the wall seeker Easter eggs in the podcast.
Yeah, I love sprinkling them. Hey, I'm like the Easter bunny, you know.
Oh yeah. In other news, now there can be 20 people together at a time. They're the COVID. This like wave of COVID has come and gone pretty much. We survived. Oh shit, man! God, what the fuck? So we, so yeah, we've survived, and tomorrow theaters will be open again, and I might go see a movie soon. I really want to go see a movie. And also swimming pools have been opened again, so. Shit's coming up, Millhouse, baby. Let's just hope that another wave doesn't happen. I mean, you know, I'm excited the theaters are opening and stuff like that, but at the same time, it's always like a question of like whether or not that's a good idea during COVID. Like, it's still here. It's not gone. Just because it's slowed down doesn't mean it's like gone entirely.
Yeah.
We should have, from the get-go, we should have done what Australia did and just closed our borders and like made sure that it goes away. So that, oh wait, New Zealand did that, not Australia. Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah, New Zealand, sorry. And then just like, we could have kept partying on and no virus. Nobody would have had the virus.
Yeah, but and we could have had Gabe Newell in the...
Yeah, Gabe Newell could have come over here and announced Half-Life 3.
Oh my god.
In Iceland.
Could have hijacked him.
Yo, if you were walking and you see Gabe Newell in front of you, what would you do?
Hold on. I've got a question for you. Okay. If you could, dead or alive, is there anybody who you would want to like work with on like a project, you know? Ooh. Anybody, you know,
anybody. Just like one person or multiple? Can I?
One person.
Okay? One person.
You know, to work on like a project, whatever. Movie, music, whatever.
Ooh, that's a good question.
Dead or alive? Remember that. It could be
dead or alive. I would love to have worked with Robin Williams as the actor. Like, have him in my movie. I would have loved to work with him. I don't know, man. I think it could have been fun, at least in the movie industry. And then I would have loved to work with David Bowie on like music.
Yeah.
And I would love to work with I don't know if I would like more to work with like Valve and Gabe Newell and all that on making games, or like Jens Bergensten or what I think that's his name from Mojang and like all those guys on making Minecraft. Like I think that could be also a lot of fun, because it seems like they're just like such a wholesome like family of developers over there. I would even like to work with Sean Murray on like Hello Games, because they seem to be really like chill and like cool people. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people like that.
Like those answers.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah. You can pat yourself on the back.
For those. How about you, man? Answers. Who would you like to work with, dead or alive, on any project or like whatever you're doing? If you were making a game, for instance, who would you like on your team?
Ooh, I like that. If I were to make a game or something, who would I have on my team? I'm gonna answer that.
Okay.
I would like.
Yeah.
The first guy that popped in my head, I would like John Carmack. You know, working on like the engine.
Ooh, and stuff like that.
Because, you know, he's like he's really good with stuff like that.
Well, what engine did he make again? Didn't he made?
I mean, you know, he did Doom.
Yeah.
You know, from 1990, like 7. I don't remember.
Come on, man. But it's obviously.
But yeah, like he did
1963. What?
And the thing was, he did the engine to like render it all on the screen. He also did like, you know, the game logic and everything. He also did the tools, like, you know, level editor that the team used to make the levels. And then just, you know, a few years later, he does like Quake, and that's like just full-blown 3D.
Oh, you're right.
And he just like, you know,
he knows what he's doing.
Like, yeah, he knows what he's doing.
He's a fucking mad lad. Who else?
I like him. I would like. Let me think. Okay.
Oh, it's getting windy in here.
Wow, there's so much fucking wind.
Farted.
I would.
That's not a name.
I think I would like. He's retired now, but you
can't say that word.
God, oh my god, I forgot. Hold on.
You forgot the name of the retired dude?
I had the name.
Oh my god, man. Wait, also, if I were to work with any streamer, Germa985. I really want to fucking work with Germa985. That's just like my dream. Streamer, YouTuber, streamer man, Germa985. He's so fucking epic.
Germa985.
How about you, man? Come on, man. What's his name?
You know what I want?
Yeah.
Dan Houser as a writer, you know, on my team, even though he's retired.
What did he write again? He wrote
Grand Theft Auto. All of them.
Ooh.
Red Dead Redemption.
Wait, he's retired?
1 and 2.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. No, he's done. After Red Dead Redemption 2, he's just like, yeah, that's it for me.
What? Why?
I mean, he's been doing it for like...
he's been doing it for a lot of years, man. But come on, skibbity bobbity bibbity boopy. Come on, man.
Like 20 years of, you know, writing.
Yeah.
Writing.
Kick him in the fucking nuts for binges, you baby. Am I right?
Come back. Join my team, please.
Please. All right, who else?
You know, I also... Okay, one more.
Yeah?
Robin Walker.
Ooh, of Team Fortress and all those games?
As you know, like a gameplay designer.
Okay. He's pretty cool.
You know. He's got some ideas.
Some good ideas under his wing, so... Yeah.
He would like, you know, see the project and think, you know, this is pretty good, and he would, you know, add on top of it, you know, some things, you know, that would like complement it. So yeah,
that would be a shitty team. That would be the worst game ever. It would go no awards. Get out of here. Nah, that would be a fucking epic team, man. Can I be on your team?
Yeah. You could be there.
What do? I make the podcast. Sit down every week. We make podcasts. I'll be your gameplay tester. I'll be the tester, and I can also provide some sounds, like this one.
Sounds. You could cut.
Yeah, I could make like
trailers, videos, something like that.
I could be the promotional guy. You're right.
Provide like a voice.
In a world
where homeless people can't sleep, one superhero is gonna make them all snooze.
In a world where Homer Simpson is a girl. You know what I'm saying?
And I want Danny Elfman on the team to make Simpsons music.
Oh, yeah. Hey, man. Do you think if The Simpsons had Lisa Simpson as the main character that nobody would watch it?
I
like, like, go back in time and imagine the first episode drops, and it's just like focusing on Lisa Simpson. She's the main character.
Yeah, she's okay. Like the first like 5 seasons are, you know, the main stories, instead of, you know, involving mostly Homer, it's gonna be Lisa. I think you wouldn't.
I wouldn't have watched it, man. Fuck that. Lisa Simpson, more like
it probably,
Lisa Snooze, son.
Probably wouldn't be, you know, still going today, but it probably have maybe like, I don't know, maybe like a cult following or something.
Yeah, people would be like, oh man, I love Lisa Simpson.
You know, it was pretty good. You know, it's a shame that they canceled it though.
Like those nostalgia people would be like, I remember back in the day with Lisa Simpson's show.
Yeah, remember The Simpsons starring Lisa Simpson?
Yeah, man. Speaking of TV shows, I started watching. I can't really say I can't really say I started watching it because I've only seen the first episode and a little bit of the second episode. But I saw the first episode of Community today, and I know you've seen it.
Hello? Yeah?
Yeah? You've seen Community, right?
I didn't hear. What did you say?
Yeah, you've seen Dan Harmon's Community, right?
I've seen that. I've seen like the first season. I haven't actually.
Oh, you haven't seen all of it. Okay. I watched the first episode today, and it was pretty cool. It's pretty good. I'm not much of a sitcom type of guy, but it's not really your regular old sitcom, you know?
Yeah, you're right.
It's different.
You're right about that.
It's I liked it. It was fun. I'll probably be watching more of it. But I'm like watching too many TV shows now, because like right after watching the first episode of that, I watched this Netflix show that's like an anime that recently released called The Way of the House Husband, which is this anime show that I've been waiting for a while. It's based off of a manga about like a Yakuza guy who doesn't want. He's like the boss of a big Yakuza gang, but he doesn't want to be Yakuza anymore. So he's just like taking care of his family and like his wife and stuff like that. And he's like a really good chef and shit like that. And it's really funny. And recently they made like an anime, and it's been released on Netflix. And I was watching it, and I like it, but like I was warned that the animation wouldn't be good. And my God, it's just like there is no animation. It's just like they took the manga, colored the pages, and then they just like sort of, you know, they move certain things. Like there's a scene where he was cooking, and you see him like flipping eggs or something like that, and it's just like a picture, like a PNG of like his hand with a spatula flipping the eggs or some shit like that. There's no animation really. I mean, that is animation, but it's not like fluid at all. You can tell that it's just like, I don't know. It's weird.
It's just like two
it's just like two things. Pictures. Yeah, it's just like two pictures. It's not really animated that well. Like you see the pan that he's cooking on, but you don't see like the oil sizzling or anything like that. Like a lot of animes will do. They will actually animate the entire process of the making of the food. Like the noodles are
the how it's made.
Yeah, the how it's made. So I don't know. It was funny, but it was, the animation or the lack thereof is kind of like, you know. So that's two things that I've watched. Have you been watching anything lately, or you just been schooling?
I've just been watching videos on YouTube.
YouTube.com.
Yep, that's me. That's who I am. That's who I am.
Okay. So, God.
I think that's it.
Damn it, dude. Oh, dude, I'm feeling so gassy now. Oh my God, I think we have to end the episode, man. Gotta stop farting.
Have you been eating fucking beans?
I've been eating nothing but beans for the past 2 days.
Stop shooting.
Oh, these beans.
And stop.